Across the Flow broadcast regions, a Friday night sports show, and Ellis Gellius, it is time for us to get this man, Jase Regan, onto his plane flight. We better get to talking to him quickly. Jase, let's talk some cricket. Got an interesting bit of information here to start us off, and I want to talk about a Sri Lankan cricketer called Akila Dananjaya. Now, he's an absolute star, isn't he, Jase?
He is. Well, talk about from chocolates to boiled lollies. This man has worked that out better than most. So I spoke to Clayton about this on the Sports Fix earlier in the week, but I just have to go through it again because I can't believe it happened. So Akila Dananjaya was hit for 6 sixes in 1 over by Kieron Pollard in a 2020 game there in the Caribbean. And it's only the second time that's happened in international cricket, by the way, Flo Man.
Yep. It's second time, but what happened before he got clubbed or Akila to all parts of the oval?
Well, that was the boiled lollies, but the chocolates before that came the over before, where the man took a hat-trick, including Chris Gale, first ball, if you don't mind. So he's gone from taking a hat-trick to giving up 6 sixes in 1 over, and absolutely that is the only time that has happened in international cricket. Don't worry about that.
Ellis Gellius, you're really fond of the cricket game yourself. Can you imagine being out there on the field seeing that happen?
Absolutely not. Seems quite incredible.
Incredible stuff. Ellis, another bit of incredible stuff is this really, really interesting cricket fixture where over in India right now, England are taking on the might of the Indians, and at the moment, this is a really interesting poised game. We've got two sides that are coming out having a real dip here. England out for 205, and then it's 1 for 24 in reply to the Indians. And look, this is a game that they tell me that David Warner has said he's not barracking for England to win this, even though if they win it, Australia would play in the final of the World Test Tournament against New Zealand, Ellis.
Yes, David Warner, Jason, obviously he can't bring himself to barrack for England. Probably means that Australia won't make the World Test cricket final, which will probably be against the Kiwis. You can't blame him though, can you, Statsman?
I certainly can't. You'll never find me barracking for England at any stage. Said you'll never find me barracking for India either. But England winning this test would mean a series draw, so I'm all behind that. I don't like seeing either of these two nations win when it comes to international cricket. I've got to say, if I'm David Warner, I'm probably fully understanding of that fact, because I reckon if they go and play New Zealand at Lords in the Test final, Australia will get belted. There you go.
Oh, okay. You'd rather not see the Aussies there because you think they're going to lose? Is that right, Statman? Are you suggesting that you're chickening out on us actually being there?
Yes. Yep. So I'd rather see New Zealand beat India.
Oh, tell you what, this is going to be very interesting. Now, let's get back to New Zealand then. You just talked about them. Ellis, did you see the T20 game this week that we actually were able to get a win? Finally, we got a win over the Kiwis over there.
Yes, very good to see us back in the winner's circle. Jase, did you catch this one?
Certainly did. It was good to see, of course, the skipper, Aaron Finch, back to some sort of form with the bat. 69 he made, but this was all about Glenn Maxwell. And when he goes berserk like he did in this game, he is unstoppable. 70 off 31 deliveries, if you don't mind. And Flo Man, the man who you were calling for to be axed this time last week, Ashton Agar, decided to go out with the ball and say, well, Flo Man, cop this. 6 for 36, I believe he's taken off of his 4 overs, including 3 wickets in 1 over. So probably lucky that we're not selectors.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about our ability to get it right. But he hadn't taken a wicket up until that in the first 2 games. And I think the biggest issue was that the middle order didn't get going in the first 2 games. And it is in that middle order where you've got the like of Maxwell who can do the job. Finch hasn't made any runs before this, and that's why he makes runs at the top. builds a platform. Aussies get to 208, 4 wickets, and India and New Zealand come in and at Wellington couldn't get the job done in 17 overs, bowled out for 144. There is another match that is starting as we speak now. It's the fourth one in the series. Australia, of course, still have to win this match to stay in the 5-match series. And, of course, it's been moved to Wellington, Ellis, because they've had a COVID outbreak up in Auckland.
Yes, very interesting considering all the politics around in New Zealand. One case equals a lockdown, but there you have it.
It's an incredible situation. So cricket in Wellington, you will know the result of that T20 match if you're listening to the Saturday morning repeat. Overall, though, we've had some interesting cricket at state level, and the Redbacks took on New South Wales. The Blues beat them in the one-day fixture, but what about this incredible finish with the what's his Sheffield Shield game, South Australia and WA, Jason, and it came down to the last ball of the day. WA defending with 9 wickets and couldn't win but could draw. Faced the last ball. They popped up a catch to the offside. The Redbacks had fieldsmen all around the bat and the ball landed between about 3 of them.
Yes, hands on heads, double teapots all round. Not a great way to finish, and they haven't had much luck this year, the Redbacks. Interestingly enough, in that game too, whilst the result didn't go the Redbacks' way in the end, they would have won with another maybe 3 or 4 overs if they could have got them. We should talk about Travis Head's 214. Apparently the guy no good at test level anymore, but averages 40 with the bat at test level, of course, and just making a double 100 there in his first red ball game since being dropped from the test team. Interesting decision to drop him, I would have thought. I think we've said this a few times, haven't we?
I think the people that drop certain players from the test side, Jason, are like me looking to drop Ashton Agar in the match. I think that just shows that you don't get it right, and I think Travis will one day get another opportunity. I hope it's sooner than later. All right, Statman, we're going to leave you to get on the flight and fly away. We'll try and catch you at the landing a bit later on. You have a great day.
Thank you.